The Grizzlies just keep making these moves. Another youngster signed and inked for the future. And what a journey it's been for Cam Spencer, going from Loyola, Maryland to Rutgers to UConn and winning a championship to signing a deal with the Memphis Grizzlies, all while trash-talking that man, Kevin Durant, the future Hall of Famer, in the process. Incredible stuff, Mr. Spencer. What's going on, everybody? Jared Alatorre here for another episode of Grizzlies Digest, bringing you the latest news, rumors, and updates on everything Grizzlies related. And if you haven't already, you're going to have to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for the 13% of you who watch these videos, engage, who are subscribing. But for the 87% of you who have not subscribed yet, I understand. Sometimes we're all afraid of commitment, right? But we'll make it worth your while. I do promise you that. We're one of the fastest growing Grizzlies YouTube channels out there. So be sure you hit that subscribe button and never miss another upload from us. So getting into the content, told you about Cam Spencer. And this is from ESPN's Shams that Memphis Grizzlies and two-way guard Cam Spencer's representatives of Priority Sports have restructured the agreement to re-sign Spencer. He is now inking a new 4-year, $10.5 million deal with 3 fully guaranteed seasons. So we talk about Spencer's journey, and like we said, came from a little town called Davidsonville, Maryland, and it's not really recognized as a real town. I mean, very few people have heard of it, but came from Little Davidson, Maryland, all the way, and then grew to a Big Ten player after years at Loyola, Maryland, and then finally got a shot with Dan Hurley and UConn and winning a championship there. And I, for those of you who don't know, I'm a big Purdue basketball fan. Obviously, I was rooting for Zach Edey and Braden Smith and Lawyer and Kaufman-Wren and Gillis and the, all season long through the championship game. Unfortunately, it did not go the way I wanted it to. So for a while, I kind of shunned out Cam Spencer because he was on the other side with UConn. But, you got to tip your hat off. I mean, great team. They deserve to be the number 1 seed that year. But for Spencer, he was a very underrated three-point shooting threat, even with the best team in the country that season. But he's really grown from a lot, and he really does deserve this. Supposed to be less years, less money. But, hey, they restructured that contract for a 4-year, $10.5 million deal. It's been a long day. As we look into the details of his multi-year contract, and this is Spencer, who's 6'3", 201 pounds, appeared in 25 games, including 1 start, an average 4.2 points, 1.2 rebounds, 1.4 assists in about 10 minutes, but set career highs with 23 points and 7 assists, 37 minutes on his lone start against Dallas. So they saw what he can do whenever he gets those minutes. And we saw, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but we saw that explosiveness and that tenacity, that grit, that grind, that passion of the game whenever he faced Kevin Durant. And I feel like that's whenever Memphis fans really started to fall in love with him. But even though he's averaging 4.2 points a game, for Luke Kennard, you feel like a veteran like him wouldn't really fold under the pressure of anything. But I think Kennard's downfall, believe it or not, actually had more to do, if not equal to, Spencer's rise rather than his own struggles. So sometimes it happens. It happens to the best of us whenever we don't think we're folding under pressure, but we kind of are. We hear the fan base. Players all the time, they say it doesn't affect them. But let's be honest. Mentally, it has to affect you at some point, right? When you think of Kennard, you think about the fall he had, and you think, wow, is this guy just not really the same anymore? And then you got Cam Spencer, who's chirping and hollering and making 3-pointers and doing all kinds of amazing things here in Memphis. And all of a sudden, the crowd, they love him. And sometimes that can get to a guy. That can get to someone. So I'm wondering if Kennard's downfall actually had more to do with the rise of Spencer rather than Kennard's own struggles. But again, it's a professional leagues. Guys will tell you that's not possible. It doesn't happen. But you never know. You never know. Subconsciously, it might happen. But still with the details, staying with the details, of Spencer's contract, the 24-year-old Maryland native also started 8 NBA G League games for the Memphis Hustle. And look at those averages: 23.5 points, 3.6 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.1 steals. Shooting a phenomenal 54% from the field, 49% from three-point range. So we can clearly see the rise in Spencer and just playing phenomenal in the G League. I mean, this is how you get your spot. This is how you earn it. We say to these young players all the time, we're just like, if you get this shot, you don't want to screw it up. And Spencer's just making the most of his moments. I mean, it feels like he can only grow up from here. And I think that's what Memphis fans saw in the second half of last season. And I think his lore is only going to continue to grow more here in the city of Memphis. So this is from DeMichael Cole. Memphis originally agreed to a 2-year contract extension with Spencer after a recent J-Huff trade and a Cole Anthony buyout. The Grizzlies had no more cap space, allowing them to give Spencer a lengthier deal. So trade away J-Huff, get Jock Landale in the process, buy out Cole Anthony. Now Cole Anthony with Milwaukee. And it was all for basically Jaren Jackson Jr. and Cam Spencer. And Spencer said, nowhere I'd rather be than Memphis, playing for this organization. I'm planning on a long career here and hopefully winning some championships. That's exactly what Memphis fans want to hear. We're not trying. Memphis fans, look, they've been through it all. They've been through all the, the grit and grind, and they love Tony Allen. They love Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol and Pau Gasol as well, and Rudy Gay and OJ Mayo, Mike Conley. They love all those guys. But now it's time for a new era where we're not just playing to get a 2 seed and get eliminated in the first round by LeBron James or Steph Curry. We're trying to win championships right now. I mean, that's why you're getting Ty Jerome. He couldn't do it with the 1 seed Cleveland Cavaliers. KCP, he's a proven veteran on a championship squad, on 2 of them, with the Lakers and the Nuggets. That's why you're going out to get guys like Jock Landale, who, again, it's you're probably going to laugh when you hear that, but he's played in crunch time minutes. He just got the short end of the stick with Steven Adams and Şengün, but now you got all these young guys like Scottie Pippen, Aldama, and of course Ja Morant, JJJ leading the future for this squad. And then you got Cam Spencer. So you got a mix of veterans and middle-aged guys and young guys. I mean, this is what it takes to win a championship, and I'm glad that Spencer realizes that. Spencer says, I told Zach Kleiman and Coach Tuomas that they're going to get the best of me every single day. I'm super happy to be a part of this organization long term. And of course, we, look at that. And I think that's really whenever the Cam Spencer lore started in Memphis. As you can see, J. Huff and Zach Edey in the background there on the left side. And that's really when this all started. And I think Memphis fans, they love to see it. They love to see basketball, but they also love to see passion. Not necessarily getting into scuffles and fights or brawls or anything like that, but it just having the passion, getting the crowd involved. I mean, hey, this is your city. You're not just playing basketball. We're not playing in for New York, where we have 1,000 different professional teams, or Los Angeles, where we have that same thing, or places that have all 4 professional teams like Chicago and Dallas and Minnesota. No, we're not playing in any of those. We're playing in Memphis, Tennessee. This is the city. This is the only city where we can engage the crowd in moments like this. And this could be like, this is our moment. Not just the players' moment. This is our moment. The players, the crowd, this is our moment. And that's exactly what Cam Spencer embraces. That's why he's perfect for the Memphis culture. He's perfect for grit and grind culture. And before we leave out of here, just want to take a look at some of his Summer League highlights and what he's done. He has perfected that catch and shoot. I'm not saying he's like this yet, but he resembles a guy like Klay Thompson or Kyle Korver or even Shane Battier. I think Shane Battier was kind of an underrated catch and shoot guy. Shane Battier loved the corner, though. But Cam Spencer, I mean, he maneuvers around everything. Maneuvers around that pick and pop. And then look at that. I mean, tough shot right there. Not just a catcher, not just a catch and shoot master of the game, but also just creating his own shot, finding separation. This kid is here to stay. And we're so glad. And congratulations to Mr. Spencer. You're getting paid, and you deserve it. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Leave a comment below on your thoughts about Cam Spencer. You can like this video, comment this video, share this video. But, of course, we want to hit that subscribe button so we can get those two bubbles a little bit more balanced out. But y'all are doing a great job. Thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. And peace.